Good afternoon to you all. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. And you know that YouTube don't recommend my stuff. They don't recommend the real at all. So if you can, upon coming in, make sure you hit that like button and go ahead and comment and share the content as well. Getting right into things. Today we have Steven Jackson on the lineup. And if you aren't familiar with Steven Jackson, he's most notably known for the Malice at the Palace. You know him, Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, Ben Wallace, amongst others. And, you know, really that kind of derailed what many believe to be a championship team that year. So aside from that, he's very well connected. Post-career, he's had a tremendous amount of success, being a commentator on ESPN, Undisputed also, and he actually owns his own podcast with him and Matt Barnes, All of the Smoke. And so he's had some success, you know, and it's to the point now where he certainly has a platform, and he's kind of carved out a lane for himself for being quote unquote the real. So Mr. Jackson has some choice words for the critics of one Ja Morant. And so with that, I have to give me that little forewarning there. Let's go ahead and jump into it and see what Mr. Jackson had to say concerning everyone who is criticizing Ja Morant.
I've never seen so many of my people. I seen it with me when me and Ron got into that trouble. I seen it a little bit, especially with the black people on TV. I seen it. A lot that's still on TV right now, just like Jermaine O'Neal said on the Broad thing, they still owe me an apology. And they on TV right now, but I ain't.
To me, he's already starting off wrong. You know, he's coming in. Obviously, they done hit on this little note. He's feeling some type of way still, and he's eager to come to the defense of Ja Morant due to the fact that he feels he was wronged in the media due to the Malice in the Palace incident that took place. Much like a woman who's experienced any level of trauma, they have a tendency to immediately want to jump on that or come to the defense of anyone else who they believe is going through that same trauma. You know, I come here to tell you that you were wrong for the Malice in the Palace. Granted, you were defending your homeboy. I get it. But from a business standpoint, it was pure niggatry. It devalued the NBA's product to the point to where they had to start implementing dress codes, different things to this effect. You know, they basically had to say, well, nah, we can't let niggas tear down everything that we done built up, even though it's built on the backs of black men. From a prestige standpoint, they couldn't allow this to go on. So you definitely tarnish the reputation of the NBA with those actions. It was something that was egregious and shouldn't have never take place. There's no excuse for y'all being in the stands fighting fans, knocking fans out, white men at that. And part of me is proud of you, but at the same time, from an aesthetic standpoint, it was still inflammatory. So let's continue.
Never asked him for it. That's what J.O. said, because the way they talked about me. But check it out. There's so many our people that I see that seem like they happy that Ja made a mistake. Like they happy to kick him while he down and say, I told you so. It's our own people though.
This is, again, where he's incorrect once again. Nobody, well, let me speak for myself and for the others that I've heard criticizing Ja Morant. Nobody's happy to see him down. And certainly nobody's trying to kick him when he's down. But you are going to receive, and I told you so, because he's received numerous warnings. And he's going down this pathway for no reason. He's not from the same environment as you, Steven Jackson. He's not a gangbang. He's pretendo. So it's like he has this tremendous opportunity in front of him. This isn't a mistake. A mistake is when something occurs outside of your character. And this is a complete pathway that he's choosing to go down for no reason. And you are basically saying that nobody should hold him accountable. But let's go ahead and continue and hear what Mr. Jackson has to say.
And that's crazy, bro. That's why I always tell the youngsters, bro, do you, bro. Stand on your own and live your life the way you want to. You know?
Bad advice again, especially when you're a representative, when you're a delegate for something, or when you are privileged enough to be in the opportunity to receive millions of dollars. Sir, you can't just do what you want to do. You can't just have selfish goals and selfish thoughts. When you're living for somebody else, or when you're a representative, much like Ja Morant is, he has a family. He's a representative of a team, and he actually has an opportunity that he could, in fact, blow. He would be a fool to go ahead and blow this opportunity that he has as of right now for no apparent reason but to want to be a fake gangster. Like, you know, he has security. What are you talking about? Let's continue, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's really bothered me to see so many of us happy and all jumping in together to kick Ja while he down. Sad. It's another thing. I don't want to hear nothing about it. It's about holding him accountable. Half of y'all scared to look in the mirror and hold yourselves accountable for the shit y'all done wrong, or the person y'all doing wrong right now, or the lie you holding on to right now. You just lied to somebody.
Again, this is straight out the Black Woman Handbook. Steven Jackson, you got to do better as a man, my boy. Like, granted, what you're saying is an element of truth to it, but this is not what we're talking about right now. This doesn't exonerate Ja Morant of these foolish actions just because individuals who are speaking out against him may be telling lies to women in their relationships, or just lying to people in general. That's not justifying what they're doing. And I get what you're saying. You're trying to make this a case of the pot calling the kettle black. But the only difference is the generation that Ja is affecting. He has millions of black children looking up to him and following in the footsteps. He's already made it to the league. He made it to where many aspire to get to, and he wants to get to this point and play gangster. What are you talking about? And you're saying nobody can hold him accountable. Steven Jackson, that's very contradictory, because you being an NBA player, no, you always speak on Greg Popovich holding you accountable. You always speak on yourself or your teammates holding you accountable for certain actions. So in return, nobody can hold Ja Morant accountable. Steven Adams, his teammate, came to him right before this incident and tried to hold a meeting saying that they need to show more maturity as far as going out, their behavior when they're on the road and things to this effect as a team collectively. But really, he was speaking to Ja Morant. Steven Adams can't hold him accountable. His own teammate, his coaches can't hold him accountable. Hell, his own daddy can't hold him accountable. This is the problem. This is the issue. When you truly love somebody and you see them going down a path of destruction, you're saying not to say anything to them, to stand on your 10 as a man, to do what you want to do. This is very, very foolish advice, Steven Jackson. I'm extremely disappointed in the advice that you are giving this young man, all because it rubs you the wrong way, because you feel like people are talking about Ja Morant the same way they talked about you. Two totally different scenarios, man. Even in your particular case, you was wrong also, so it is what it is. That was a decision that you made, and you had to deal with the backlash of what comes along with that. If you're going to be out in the stands fighting white people at a business establishment where people pay money to come see you at, then yeah, you're going to receive some backlash for that. If you're going to foolishly sneak a gun into the club and show it on Instagram Live for no reason, he bought this on himself. Nobody would have ever known if he hadn't been bopping and jugging on Instagram and he hadn't never flashed a gun. Even if you are bopping and jugging butt naked in the club, whatever you was doing, you didn't have to flash a gun on What are you doing, son? And you know he's an athlete, so if anything, it was no more than liquor in his system. He's not doing nothing else but no liquor. Come on, man. Stop playing. Let's continue, though.
And you scared to go tell them the truth. So stop it. Everybody got their own shit going on. None of y'all perfect, and neither am I. We all got our shit going on. So I don't want to hear no shit about this about holding him accountable. It ain't for you to hold him accountable. It's for him to hold himself accountable.
Mr. Jackson, once again, he's doing a terrible job of holding himself accountable. That's the issue right now. He's going down a path of destruction. He's blowing $1 billion opportunity. Here he is, the face of an organization, something millions of black youth aspire to be, to try to change their situation and change their surroundings. This is a young man that doesn't even come from that, and he still wants to turn around and blow this opportunity, and you're saying that's cool, that's okay? This young man has no accountability. Granted, he came out and made a statement saying that he was going to hold himself accountable this, that, and the third, but it's only because of the backlash that he's receiving. He's had ample time, numerous opportunities to go ahead and hold himself accountable, and he's refusing to do so. And obviously, like the scripture says, in a multitude of counsel, there is safety. Whoever is counseling this young man is doing a terrible job. And so, as a youth, he still needs guidance. Everybody, if you you simply look towards coaches. Everybody out here, they say, oh man, I'm so thankful that I had a coach in my life to hold me accountable. He really pulled the best out of me. Or somebody who has a father in their life, typically that's his place to step in and hold his son accountable for that. But it looks like he'd rather be a friend than be a father to him, because this behavior is absolutely ridiculous. This should have been checked about 4 or 5 incidents ago. And now we're here. Now he's facing a 50-game suspension because he online doing foolish stuff. Come on, man.
That's the only person. All y'all talking about it, we just trying to hold him accountable. It's not for you to do. It's for you to go in the mirror and hold yourself accountable for the shit you done in the last week that you ain't clearing up. Y'all got to stop it, bro. Everybody want to play God now. Y'all got to stop it. Y'all.
Again, this straight out the Black Woman Handbook. How in the world are you trying to play God by trying to warn the black youth, a representative, a delegate in the NBA, somebody who represents millions of black youth across America, who has the ear of millions of black youth across America, and who white people are watching? We can't hold him accountable. We can't tell him, son, you moving stupidly. Son, you're moving foolish. What are you talking about? Now we trying to play God. Man, this is the same exact thing that be going on when you try to tell a woman about herself. You can be in a relationship. Well, the Amber Rose shit. Well, I just don't feel like you should be speaking on me in general. Like, you have to worry about yourself. Like, you're not qualified to speak on me. Like, woman, if I ain't qualified to speak on you, who is? The man that know you every day. The man that's sitting there looking and observing your actions at all times. If I ain't qualified to speak on you, who is? Come on now. And black people are notorious for this, man. They'll say something that ain't got nothing to do with the conversation at hand. Now you done turned to folks trying to play God. Folks need to hold themselves accountable. Man, stop it. Stop it. When you're a public figure, folks have the right to hold you accountable. When you are a representative of individuals and people have placed you in position to be a delegate for them, to be a representative for them, you owe it not only to yourself but to your family and to your people to hold yourself accountable. And he is failing to do this, Steven Jackson. So as a public figure, yes, people are going to have something to say. Stop being ridiculous. Lord.
Far from it. We all got flaws. We all got mistakes. And we all human. And we all did shit we had to recover from. Y'all got to stop it. Hold yourself accountable.
So there you have it, man. You know, Stephen A, he tries to come to the defense of one Ja Morant, you know, and he kind of got that little Boosie shit going on, man. I just wish certain people would, you know, stop trying to come to the defense of people, man, or stop acting like they represent the quote unquote real community, man, because it just bothers me because Steven Jackson knows better than this. You a grown man, like, you know, and oftentimes, like I said, you in old block checking in, you doing all type of retarded ass shit. Like, if you really want to be a benefit to the youth, man, tell them how you got in position, how you on TV now. Show them how to flip their money, how to really get in position on a legit level, man. Stop promoting negatory. And stop justifying it when it happens. You sound like the mama at school, like they badass son getting suspended and stuff like that. Well, no, y'all need to stop picking on my son. No, my son can do what he want to do. He come here a student just like everybody else. No, that he had no business. He hit him in his eye because he looked at him wrong. He shouldn't have been talking to my son. So my son hit him in the eye. My son cussed the teacher out. You don't got no problem. Don't check my son. You come talk to me like an adult. He is a child. This is what you sound like. Oh, lack of accountability, having ass, and then you justifying somebody else who, look, man, this is crazy. I'm out, man. Y'all jump in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Steven Jackson, man, in his comments about Ja Morant. Is this fair? Is he justified? Did he articulate himself the correct way, man? And does he have a point? Y'all let me know what's going on, man. Until the next time, everybody be blessed. One.